ScarcityStudios.co.uk. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. This is actually quite a surprise. What's happened today is the papers are going at the London rapper Mover, a close associate of Potter Paper, for the fact that he's profiting from his music being sold on Spotify. His sister's got a PayPal account that she receives money from, and they're basically saying that this murderer is profiting from this. If we go deeper into the story, what happened was Mover, whose real name is Tungu Agera, he's 23, was convicted of murder along with Stephen Lancera, 22, who were accused of robbing Mr. Lorin Navikios. He's a Greek man, I think. Forgive my pronunciation if that's incorrect. The prosecution allege that the three men had just come from a robbery in a flat, and they just so happened to decide to rob this man at a bus stop with his father. He was eating an ice cream or something. They just finished renovating a really expensive house. The dad said it happened in 10 to 15 seconds. He was frightened and confused, and the prosecution said that 1 minute he was just there, next minute it was over. And what's happened, and then basically Mover and his friend both got the same sentence, a minimum of 30 years. They got done 10 years for robbery and for the burglary, so altogether it's about 45 years each. It was a very big case when it happened, but what's happening now is they're obviously going at him because he's still releasing music from inside, along with many rappers now. It's not very unusual to get rappers that are releasing music still when they're inside, because of the fact that mobile phones are in prison, even though they pretend that they're not. They are in prison, everybody knows this. So they're going at his music because of this, but I'm basically pinpointing lyrics that he says that are in reference to obviously using guns or crimes that was committed throughout his life or something like that. But what they've failed to pick up on is, for example, there's this one song with Potter Paper called As Real As It Gets, and in it Mover talks about the actual murder, and he talks about I'm in a cell with a corpse on my mind, there was a courtroom full of lies, and I said I'd do the time for my friend. So basically, if you listen to the actual track, we show you a clip, you can see a different side to it. And he also talks about the stuff that he's seen growing up and that, and at the end of the day you have to realise that hip-hop, these people are not perfect. A lot of criminals are into this sort of way of life, so you have to understand that's what you've brought into this as a premise.
Thoughts of a guy with a corpse on his mind, and he's locked up for it, got a court full of lies, and he's fucked up. He can never walk in this life that I live. Said I'll do the time for my nigga, and I did. It's an air I am, despite being down, I never got no airs, my hand. So can you bear my hand and look a little deeper? Can you see it too, the visions of man's beat?
You actually listen to that, what do you get from that? I get from it that he's explaining to us that the case is not as straightforward as people are making out, and it's not a simple fact that he even maybe didn't even do it. So this is no disrespect to the family, and that obviously what happened was terrible and people should have gone to prison for it. Of course it was unjust, but at the same time, was it fair? Was it fair to do this? So as I said previously, Mover is connected to Potter Paper. Potter Paper was convicted last year for a county drug line operation with one other guy who was convicted at Ipswich Crown Court, and they heard how the Raptor team of the North operation was trying to get Potter Paper's Frankie drugs line. That's what the police called it, the Frankie line. And they raided various properties. They found Class A drugs, etc., etc. And Potter Paper received 5 years, and his worker received 3 years. He's 27 years old. His name's Jamal Busba, and he requests that people write to him. Potter Paper does want his fans to write to him, so you can obtain his information quite easily. He was convicted of the Class A drugs and sentenced to 5 years. And he's a close associate of them, so they've both basically still been doing quite a lot. And their videos get 500,000 audios, get 500,000 views easily. And I've been known of Mover for at least 5 years, going back to 2013, 2014, where he was working with Rap City, and he's always been done very well with his views, and his music is very authentic and it is very real. So it's a shame to see a man's life get taken away on this. And also, should he be doing the full murder sentence? Did he actually, what are the ins and outs of the case? It's definitely something I want to look into upon hearing this. So what are people's thoughts? Please like, comment, share, subscribe. The Scarcity Studios YouTube channel.